Okay, I was real pleased with our game tonight. Good team game. Won some critical draws right off the bat. We had momentum. Obviously, we got off to the great start in the first period. Our power play comes through, penalty kill again. Jack when we needed him. Good depth. We had to use our entire lineup. I just thought, they hadn't played a game yet. We had a little bit of advantage. You saw them get better as the game went on. They'll be a lot better tomorrow. But overall, very pleased with our game tonight.
We'll open it up for questions if anyone has one. We will go to Randy Johnson.
Hi, Bob. Excuse me, Bob. Get the Zambonis in the background. But you called your freshman defenseman thoroughbreds the other night. What do you think of their play tonight?
We got 2 goals out of them tonight. And, our decor is going to, Stoddy got 3 points last week. They've got that offensive ability, and they're going to start to feel it as they go. Thought Ryan Johnson's had a couple of really good games in a row with Lacombe. I mean, our whole decor really has been our catalyst. How we get the puck out of the zone, we defend very well. We've been really pleased with our decor, and I think that's been our success the first 3 games. Our forwards we're going to get better up front. There's just another level we're going to hit there. It's just going to take a little time.
Next, let's go to Eric Vigo.
Kind of building on that defenseman getting you going up the rink. What is it that's making it so easy for them to get the puck going on the breakout? Is it the forwards coming back? Is it the D are just seeing things so well?
Well, our forwards are for the most part, are doing a really good job staying connected, so they can use their feet to defend. But what happens is they have such great skating ability just throughout the group and puck savvy like Kester and all those guys. They just get us up the rink. It'll be a little different game when we're going to get hit a little more when we get on the small sheet, but the big sheet with that skating defense, really plays into our favor.
Any more questions for Coach? Mike Grimm, go ahead.
Sorry, got to unmute myself. Coach, good win tonight. Question just in general terms, your first 2 years, you guys kind of got off to slow starts, and I know you're only 3 games in this year, but can you talk about the difference of maybe playing where you're not in a hole to start a season and how important it is to what you're doing here to start?
Well, real simple. The first 2 years where you come in and everything was brand new. The players, coaches, and it took us a while to get on the same page. And I've talked about that, and it took us a while. And the second year, we had 12 new players. It was like I had 2 first years. We had 17 freshmen and sophomores. What the difference this year is, we're mixing in a couple of real talented D. We're kind of just, giving Nevers a little feel right now, but he's going to continue to get better. But everybody knows their positions. We're deep down the middle with returning players that know what we want to do, and then the last, we really have they're a special group. They're just a great group of guys that are really playing together right now. I think that's my number one thing that I would give this team credit for right now is they're really a close group. They've got great heart, and they're playing as a team right out of the blocks. And that team that wanted to play 8-9 months ago is right here, minus just a couple of guys that are gone. So they wanted to get off to a good start, and they're doing a terrific job right now. And then goaltender, he picked right up where he left off last year. So we got a lot of pieces that are familiar. We're all familiar with each other.
Next up, we're going to go to Jess Myers.
Bob, I know how turnovers drive you nuts, and you had the one in the second period that was kind of costly, but defensively, it seemed like you were pretty sound tonight. And then, cognizant of the fact that you're playing 4 games in 6 nights, did you try to kind of, mix it up in the third period and conserve some energy, or how do you handle it?
We didn't try to conserve anything. We had to close this game out, and we just got to empty the tank, tomorrow. We turned it over twice on that goal. There were 2 turnovers in the same shift in the neutral zone. And, we got it out once, went back in. We got it out a second time, went back in. And outside of that, I thought we played a very good defensive game tonight. And we played a very good team game, not just defensive. We just played a real good, strong team game.
Next up, let's go to Anna Landis.
Hi, Coach. Just a question on the power play. You had 3 chances in the second period on the power play. And on that second one, it did get away from them a little bit, but then you got that nice goal on the third. I'm just curious with how early it is in the season, if the power play units, are you still sort of interchanging who is paired with who and kind of seeing who clicks?
Yeah, the power play is always kind of work in progress. But, in the last 2 games, we have 3 power play goals, and we've won the special teams battle 2 games in a row. And so that our numbers, I don't know what they are right in front of me, but we're clicking pretty good on our power play right now. And we had some good looks tonight. You'll hear me say that a lot of times. You're not, if we had good feel, we had good looks, we had opportunities, and then we finally buried one there and in a shot we have to take from the point to open things up. So I'm real happy with where our power play is right now. And it'll continue to grow and get better. And that was one of our keys to this season. Our power play needed to take a big step. And I think we're moving in a very good direction. It's still early, you don't get many, chances on it, but in the last, take out the first game, I'll take 3 power play goals in 2 games anytime.
We'll take a couple more for Coach, and let's go back to Mike Grimm, please.
Coach, you've coached some teams that have just been relentless in terms of, going on winning streaks and those kind of things. So what's the key when you get a win in game 1 to now not, hey, let's just catch our breath and see what we do tomorrow, but go out and go get a win and get a sweep?
Well, we're playing with confidence, and that's that group returning with the leadership group, I've toyed back and forth. We played Jack LaFontaine all 3 games. Trust me, we've been talking about, can we do that? But he's a horse. I mean, this kid, he wants to be in that net, and that's been the backbone. We gave up 2 goals, 1 goal, and 1 goal in 3 games. And so we're doing it with real good team play right now. And I'll be I'll say this, I'm a little reluctant to say it. We got a whole nother level we're going to hit yet. And it's going to take us some time. That's what we're excited about. We just got to, keep our nose to the grindstone and keep going, and great character and good pieces right now. And we don't look any past, tomorrow night is our 4th game in 6 nights. That's not an excuse. We got to be ready to go tomorrow, but we got a group that will be up for that challenge.
Our last question is going to go to Eric Vigo.
Last year, Coach, you said you were going to be cautious with your young defensemen with how much you put on their plate. It seems like they have a lot on their plate right now, and they look really comfortable. What's the difference from last year to this year?
Well, last year we had Zulsdorf and Nanny, and so we had 2 seniors who, you saw Zulsdorf and Nanny. They were strong, big, strong kids. Like they held the fort up. Well, we got Brinkman back, who's a big, strong kid. The rest are freshmen and sophomores. We got to play them, and they got talent. It's kind of like what we did with our freshmen. You guys have seen McLaughlin and Walker and Reedy and Ranta and Myers, these young guys. Well, we got to do that with our D now. And but they're a pretty talented group. They're going to come along quick. And so Stoddicker's kind of anchoring with us right now with Brinky, the 2 big, strong kids. You're going to see Fish in there very soon, another big, strong kid. And those young D right now are holding up awful good.
All right, with that, we're going to cut Coach loose, and we'll bring in the players.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Brock. Congratulations on your first goal. And we're going to start with questions from Jess Myers.
Hi, Brock. Congratulations. I'm guessing you spent a long time dreaming of your first college goal, and I'm guessing the dream probably didn't involve an empty building, but just, take us through what you're feeling right now and through that play, please.
Yeah, it's obviously pretty exciting. I always dreamed of scoring at Mariucci for the Gophers, and obviously not really what I pictured. Picture there being a big crowd or whatever. But yeah, awesome feeling. But more importantly, we got 1 win, so hopefully we can get another one tomorrow night.
Nice kind of cross ice pass from Johnson to set that up. Just tell us what you saw on the play.
Yeah, I saw Yanni, with the puck, and actually earlier this week in practice, we talked about finding soft spots as D, and I found a soft spot. I found a lane, and Yanni put it right on my date perfectly, and it was obviously pretty easy from there. So,
Thanks.
Next up, we're going to go to Greg Cameron.
Brock, how would you describe how the defense has looked these past 3 games? Because your coach says it's been clicking, and there might be another level still.
Yeah, I think obviously it's our first 3 games of the year here, so we're all trying to find the chemistry. I think it's been sloppy at times, but that's expected. You haven't played hockey in 8 months other than these last 3 games, so. Obviously it's an amazing decor, with Brinks and Stoddy and, Comer and Yanni coming back. It's me and Mike are able to learn a lot from those guys and pitch in as much as we can. So all in all, it's, amazing. And we do have a lot more to give. So.
Next, let's go to Randy Johnson.
Hi, Brock. Both you and Mike got your first goals tonight. What were your thoughts on his goal? And has this transition been pretty seamless for both of you guys?
Yeah, obviously his goal was awesome too. It was a huge goal considering we needed that power play goal, and obviously he gave it to us. So that's awesome of him. And for the transition, I think obviously it's tough. It's college hockey is definitely different, and we're both pretty young and both kind of adjusting. But the adjustment's been all in all pretty easy, just because. The coaching staff has been so good to us, and obviously the upperclassmen too, and even the sophomores and like I said, juniors. So I think all in all it's been a tough transition, but we definitely have a lot of support getting us through it. So
let's go to Eric Vigo next.
The transition to college is always such a big avalanche of information, from systems to video review to scouting sessions. What have been some of the biggest things you've taken away from those meetings, and how do you apply it to your game so seamlessly?
I mean, I mentioned, the coaching staff has been so great, with film. We, against Penn State and Ohio State, we got exactly what we, I've been told the whole week leading up to it. So, obviously it's amazing, and having that, and obviously it's, pretty easy for a lot of guys, considering, like I said, how awesome the coaching staff here is. So
what do you think has been the biggest impact to your game from those sessions?
It's tough to say. I think I couldn't give you something specific. I think just, having confidence back there. I think, knowing what to expect is actually a bigger deal than it seems. And I think, knowing, like I said, exactly what to expect, it helps me play a lot more free, a lot more confident. So.
We're going to take last call for questions from Brock, and we will go to Jess Myers.
Brock, did you get to keep the puck? And if so, where's it going? What are you going to do with that one?
I'll probably get my hands on it. I haven't yet, but I saw, I think Berkey, maybe someone picked it up. So, that's tough. I don't know. I'll probably let my parents decide that one. Maybe the garage at the cabin. Who knows?
Last up tonight, we have Ben Meyers. Do I have you, Ben?
Yep.
Perfect. Does anyone have questions for Ben? Randy Johnson from the Star Tribune. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Ben. You were 15-3 in the circle tonight. Scott Reedy was 13-4. What's your guys' secret on those draws? You've been stressing that quite a bit this season.
Yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on it at like the end of last year, and then I think we've carried it into the first couple weekends this year. So it's just about emphasis and effort, and we're doing a good job.
Next up, we'll go to Jess Myers.
And last year at this time, or at the start of the season last year, you were a part of that huge group of freshmen. Just how different do things feel this year, and how nice is it to see a couple of rookie defensemen chipping in, getting on the board like they did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously just great to see. I mean, we knew pretty early after seeing them practice for a couple weeks that they were going to help us a lot this year. So, I mean, I don't know if we're too surprised right now, but it's obviously just good to have kids, young guys coming into the program who can make an impact right away.
Our next question comes from Anna Landis.
Hi, Ben. I'm just wondering, third game in not a whole lot of days here with LaFontaine in net for all three. Just obviously he wasn't challenged very much in the first period, but just how was his play tonight from your guys' perspective on the bench?
Yeah, I mean, he's just been steady all year. And we played good hockey in front of him, and he's just slammed the door. So he's just been a steady senior. So it's been good for us.
Let's go back to Jess Myers.
When talking about off-season workouts, Jack LaFontaine described you as looking like a silverback gorilla with the strength you put on over the summer. Just tell us a little bit about that, and how is that extra strength kind of helping you in the face-off circle and other areas on the ice?
Yeah, obviously just try to work hard in the summers and just feel good right now. Body's in good shape after a long time off. So yeah, it was a good summer.
Our next question is going to go to Mike Grimm.
Hey, Ben, what's just the general confidence level of this team now with 3 wins, another game tomorrow, and just getting off on a right note here to start this season?
Yeah, well, I think we just know we can play with anybody if we're on our game. So yeah, we just up and down the lineup, we're deep. So we got a lot of guys who can go. So that's kind of where we find our confidence.
Next up, we'll go to Randy Johnson, and we'll also do the last call for questions.
Yeah, Ben, from 30 seconds into the first period to about 6 minutes into the second, you held Ohio State without a shot on goal. What do you feel was the reason behind that?
Yeah, I think we just kind of came in with a good game plan. We were going to get pucks deep. We knew they'd kind of trap in the neutral zone, and it was important for us to just get pucks below the goal line and establish a forecheck, and we did that early. So that was key.
Our last question will go to Greg Cameron.
Undefeated in the throwback sweaters means you can't wear anything else, right?
Yeah, don't switch it up now.